So hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Corporate Slave. So for today, I'm celebrating kasi this marks the first month of my channel. So yun, I would like to thank everyone na nag-support sa akin, and of course, a lot of things have happened. So, from having 0 subscribers and having 0 knowledge sa creating a YouTube channel and really have no editing skills, now I have more than 120 subscribers. So, thank you everyone for your support, and nakakatuwa lang being in the IT industry, seeing yung mga dashboard sa YouTube, even, nakita mo yung progress, yung analytics, and then even yung mga countries that are watching you, nakikita rin pala dun. So it's really fun. And yun, kumbaga siguro on this segment, since it's my first month, I'll be also, well, a way to thank you guys is I'll be providing some prices. So basically, ang mechanics is you need to prove that you've subscribed and also shared at least 3 videos or 3 of my videos in your FB or IG or your social media, and then just put a screenshot and send it to me. So yung first 10, I'll give a price na at least siguro this laminated poster, and I'll send it to you, and also grab vouchers. So, yun. So, yep. So first come first serve, ba? So for today's episode, which is performance reviews, tips and tricks. So it's gonna be the usual programming where I'll discuss in-depth regarding my knowledge on performance reviews. And syempre, as kids, when we go to school, we always are graded so on our performance. And yun nga, sorry to say, when you go to work, it's gonna be the same thing. Ang only difference is kapag sa school, you are the one paying the school to be graded on your performance. Sa work, so you are getting paid, of course, based on your performance. So, why are performance reviews important? Okay. So, cost number 1, your job depends on it. Number 2, syempre, yung salary increases mo will depend on it. Okay? Number 3, yung bonus, if you're eligible, it also depends on your performance reviews. And lastly, yung number 4 is of course yung career progression mo sa company, whether you get promoted, depends on it as well. So if you have watched my videos on how to get promoted, it will explain about the promotion process, which is related to this topic. So yeah, let's move on. So what is the process of performance reviews? So first off, it's scheduled. So usually it's done annually. So now depending on your company's accounting period, so if it follows calendar year, so usually performance reviews are done between November and December, and then the results will be shared to you on January. Now if it's a fiscal year, let's say it's ending in June, so usually the performance review cycle starts between April and May, and then the results will be shared to you by July. Of course, now depending on when you join the company, let's say during or if you're like 3 months in the company or less than 3 months, usually you will not be included in that year's performance review cycle. So yeah, the performance reviews are usually related to what we call goals. Okay, So what are goals? So okay, hindi ito yung travel goals or yung barkada goals. So usually ito yung related sa tinatawag natin na business goals. Okay, so yeah, business goals are as defined in the screen is a way for a business to anticipate accomplishing tasks in a certain period of time. So goals represent a company's larger purpose, and of course yung work that is established as an end goal for employees to work towards too.
Oh my God! Wow!
So in short, each department has different goals. So usually galing yan sa top, and then each department, and then from your manager, and then going to you, which yung goals that you will write should align with your manager's goals. So probably sample ng goals ng each department, like for example sales, syempre to produce more sales quarter in quarter out, and for syempre products team is to release more products. Okay, now it is very important that you know how to define your goals, okay, ng maayos, and for you to be able to meet it. Okay, so it's like darts eh. So if you don't have a bullseye, you cannot or you don't know what to hit. So in defining goals, especially business goals, maririnig mo yung tinatawag natin na SMART goals. So sige, let's break down what is the meaning of a SMART goal. So yung letter S in the SMART goal refers to being specific. So yun nga, you have to be clear, it should be well defined, it should be as precise as possible. So for example, instead of saying exercise, so your goal should be something like exercise 30 minutes per day. So it should be very specific. So yun yung S. So next one is yung M. So the M stands for measurable. So dapat it's important that you have goals that are measurable, that you can track your progress, and of course stay motivated to meet that goal. And of course yun nga, para ma-measure mo yung success mo on that goal. So of course one sample is like for example play guitar better. So to rephrase that, so usually it's like learn how to play guitar, one new song every week. So that's particularly measurable. Okay? Siyempre yung next one is yung letter A. So ano ba yung letter A? So yung letter A is yung attainable. Okay? So the attainable, so yung goal mo should not be impossible to achieve. Okay? So it should be achievable. So if there's no way for you to reach your goal, so you are setting yourself up to fail. So kumbaga, one example is kunyari, I want to save 5,000 pesos per month. Pero after all the bills, ang perang matitira na lang sa'yo is 2,000. So technically, it's impossible to attain that goal. Okay? So the next one is of course yung R is yung realistic or yung relevant. So your goal should stretch you, okay? So but not necessarily be easy. So yung for example, realistic is or unrealistic example is you never drink coffee again. So to convert that into a realistic sample is kumbaga, I can only drink one coffee once a week. So yun, it's realistic and it's relevant, okay? So then lastly, of course, it should be time-based. Okay, so time-based. So, you should have a clear time frame, okay, on when you want to reach your goal. So if you don't have a deadline, okay, you might not feel motivated to push yourself. Okay, so nandito yung first quarter or on the first month or at the end of the year. So basically your goal should be time-based. Okay, so yun, SMART, so specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and realistic, and time-based. Now, so going back to performance reviews, So usually, when you're asked to write your goals or yung business goals, ang ideal would be you writing at least a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 5 goals lang. Kasi those are the things that can be attainable within the year. Now, meron din tayong tinatawag na personal growth goals. So at least you try to define one personal growth goal that you want to achieve. Like for example, doing training on a particular technology or methodology or process. So, and kumbaga, put time in it. Like for this quarter, that's when I want to learn it. So, now, syempre, the secret in performance reviews is yung feedback. So, you should try to get feedback as much as you can. So, kung may one-on-ones kayo, you can ask for it monthly or quarterly. Okay, and then of course, always document it. Okay, and it's very crucial na you know if you're hitting the business goals or sometimes business direction change and yung goal na dinefine mo during the start of the year is hindi na relevant. So you need to be able to negotiate and put another goal in the middle of the year, the one that you can attain. Okay. Now, the most common mistakes that I see that employees do is, of course, doing tasks that are not related to their goals. Okay, so kasi remember, you will be graded So madalas ang problem is, of course, like people, we like helping out other or our co-employees And in turn, sila, nakukomplete nila yung task nila, but ikaw, at your expense, hindi mo nagagawa yung task mo. Ngayon, syempre, the gesture of helping is good. Kumbaga, I'm not against it. Pero syempre, you need to be able to finish your task first before helping others. Kasi, at the end of the day, you will be graded on your performance and not theirs. Okay? So, yun nga, okay lang naman na tumulong, pero tapusin mo muna yung work mo or tapusin mo muna yung task that's related to your goal. Yun. So, my pro tip is always document, okay, yung achievements mo or accomplishments mo related to your goals throughout the year. So, pagdating ng yearly review, ready ka. Kasi it would be better for you to also document yung review meetings mo with your manager that might happen monthly or quarterly para everything is objective, okay, and not subjective. So, yun, para at the end of the review cycle, when you're asked to provide a self-assessment, kumbaga, mabilis na lang kasi document mo all throughout the year and it will help you to write a good self-assessment or self-review of yourself. Okay? And also, it's a way for you to contest. Let's say, hindi maganda yung rating ng manager. Kumbaga, mapapakita mo na these are my achievements and I was able to achieve my goal based on the achievements or the work that I've done throughout the year. So, yun. So, basically, yun, mga common ratings na-discuss ko naman again on my previous episode on how to get promoted. So, yun yan. Nandyan yung outstanding, exceeds expectations, meets expectations, syempre yung needs improvement or yun nga, did not meet. Okay, so yung mga did not meet, let's try to not have those ratings for ourselves. Unless, of course, yun nga, kung nag-change yung business direction and then you can talk to your manager about omitting that goal. Okay? Kasi, yun nga, again, performance reviews are very crucial in you, syempre, for you to get yung merit increases o yung salary increases. Okay? So, at the very least, dapat meets expectation ka para magkaroon ka ng salary increase. Of course, not guaranteed, depende pa rin sa company, but it grants you the merit to have an increase. And of course, yun nga, it makes you also eligible to have bonuses, okay? And also, of course, yun nga, if you have an outstanding year for 2 consecutive years in a row, during your performance review, kumbaga, you can be, viable or you can be eligible for a promotion, okay? So there, yun. Good luck. And there, thank you for watching another episode of The Corporate Slave. So, please help and support me by sharing my videos, hit like and subscribe. And of course, if you want me to discuss topics related to the corporate industry, please leave a comment below. So again, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you on the next video.